Hi everybody. I'm gonna be talking about for the LGBTQ educational videos is LGBT African Americans in America. Many people see the LGBT community as a microcosm of society, in that it faces the same economic, racial, domestic, and class issues as the rest of the American public. It is understandable then that similar challenges with social issues exist. Some African Americans don't feel comfortable or welcome in the broader LGBT community or movement, which many view as historically white-focused, whether it's intentional or not. When LGBT organizations are predominantly white, it discourages people of color. They look at the faces, don't see anyone like themselves, and think I have no place here, says Mandy Carter, African American lesbian activist. Carter points to the growth of Black Pride celebration as evidence that African Americans need to see other people like themselves. Some people think that having Black Pride is somehow divisive, but I see it as another way to reform the still too frequent invisibility of same-gender loving blacks. So remember I said earlier about same-gender loving? Here it goes again. LGBT African Americans have been virtually invisible in history without civil rights activists beyond Boston. For example, there would have been no 1963 March on Washington for civil rights, but most history books rarely mention Boston, and they almost never acknowledge that he was gay. Meanwhile, the names of deceased singer Ma Rainey, pro baseball player Glenn Borg, and the late Republican Barbara Jordan, Texas, might be found in history books, but their sexual orientation is not. No one wants to know if you are gay or lesbian or bi or trans, and even though you've done something great and you got into history books, it will not be any mention of it. So that's why with the presidents, you don't know if they actually are straight or if they're covering up their sexual orientation. I know that we had one gay president, and people sometimes think that Abraham Lincoln is a gay president too. We just don't know. Buchanan was proven to be a gay president. So it's you will not find this kind of stuff in history books. And I think we should, especially when it's about the LGBTQ community, to see that these great people who also have a certain sexual orientation or gender identity have done great things, and therefore anyone can do great things in their lives. It doesn't matter if you're straight or you're not straight, or you are always going to be a girl, or you're biologically a girl but feel like you are a boy. You know what I mean? Telling the stories is a powerful way to educate others and inspire young African Americans who are coming to terms with their sexual orientation. So I'm going to move around, but it's very important to tell everybody your story, your coming out story. That is, it's super important. During the coming out process, it's important to know you are not the only one, and for many African Americans, this is a challenge. Images of LGBT people in the media or in entertainment would, after all, rarely show LGBT people of color. The LGBT images we see in entertainment are overwhelming white males, and it only makes LGBT people of color feel more invisible, says Richard Robinson, former media director for the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. And it's true, you will see mostly white gays in media. But if you watch the hospital, there is Lucas, who's white and gay. There is Phoenix, who's African American and gay. And there's Brad, who is Asian and gay. So I think in media, it's coming to terms to expand the racial sexual orientation instead of just singling out only on white people. Just like on How to Get Away with Murder, which I came to the conclusion that Viola Davis's character, she must be bi because she was married to this guy named Sam, was sleeping around with this other guy, and recently she kissed another woman. So therefore she must be bi, and she's African American too. So see, there are some shows that do show the LGBTQ community of color, Asians, and whatever, but there's still the majority of them are white, and that need to be changed because then other people of the sexual orientations will feel invisible because they're not being acknowledged as having a different sexual orientation. These invisibilities underscore the importance of African American LGBT roles models, whether they are local heroes or national figures in the coming out process. Ken Reeves, an openly gay African American and the former mayor of Cambridge, Mass., often calls attention to the lack of visibility of openly gay black men. And that's true. And that's why in my video, I said, please try to step out of the closet. Just like that. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and it was very educational. See you next time. Bye everybody.